Всем привет, на канале Progressbar Meme. Шесть, здесь вот и поехали. Поехали. Бабах. Нет. Все, готово. Нету ключик. Смотрите, попыт и 30. Где-то пусто. Дык. Пес Бо. Это где-то. Ой-ой-ой! Босс? Память. О, 50.
Всем привет, на канале.
И ты обвинил. Ауч. Игуй. Муха. Возе! Ого, най! Come on, now finish. Забой. Окей. Все, готово. Ого, най!
A few inches later, a few
Hot.
minutes later, a few moments later, a little later, a little longer than a few minutes later, a lot of boring math later, approximately 10 hours later, by sheer coincidence, day 2, day 3, day 4, early the next morning, 8 hours later, 8 hours later, 11 minutes later, epilogue, epilogue, eventually, 5 hours later, 5 minutes later, 5 5 minutes later. 5 minutes later. 4 to 6 days later. 4 to 6 more days later. 4 to 6 weeks later. Graduation day. Just then. Later that same evening. Later in the void. Later,
У меня
many
подарок.
hours later, many months later, many tic-tacs later, many unbearable hours later. Meanwhile, at the Krusty Krab. Meanwhile, moments later, montage. More moments later, much later, much later, much later, much later. One debt to society later, one eternity later, one extremely
What the?
annoying shift later, one frozen wasteland later, 1 hour later, 1 hour later. 1 hour later! 1 hour later, one long angry line later, 1 minute 37 seconds later, one pair of pants later, one semester later, one
Semester?
shift later, 1 week later, 1 week later, one winner later, opening night, 7 hours later, several bad puns later, several days later, several months later, several song-filled hours later, 6.5 hours later, 6 hours later, 6 hours later, 6 months later.
That the old narrator got tired of waiting, and they had to hire a new one.
Soon after, 10 seconds later, the following day, the following
Was
day,
it?
next day,
Never.
the next day, the next morning, the next morning, the next morning, the next morning, thousands of tears.
Ого, ні!
3 days later, 3 days later, 3 days later, 3
Док?
hours later, 3 days later, 3 hours later.
Всем
3
пока-пока, до
hours
свидания.
later.